Good morning, folks. Hi, Phil McPhail here with United Country Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Have you been looking for a piece of land in central Maine to build your home or cabin on? Well, if you have, today I'm going to show you two properties that are side by side. You can buy them separately or together. One's 2.32 acres, the other one's 27 acres. First thing we're going to do is talk about the location. We're located here on Dixmont Road in the town of Etna. We're about 2 miles off of I-95, so it's real easy to get here. Easy to commute to places such as Bangor, Newport, Waterville, Belfast, Maine. We're about 20 miles from the city of Bangor. We're 12 miles from Newport, so halfway in between those two towns. The coastal town of Belfast and in the mid-coast of Maine is 28 miles from here and about 38 minutes drive. Boston is 219 miles from here and in just about a 4-hour ride. We're located here on Dixmont Road in the town of Etna. Etna is a small town of about 1,226 people, according to the last census. And believe it or not, this town was named after a stratovolcano in eastern Sicily, Mount Etna. So the first lot we're going to look at here today is 2.32 acres. Before we look at this lot, don't forget, like and share this video with some of your friends, and don't forget to hit that subscription button and turn on all notifications. This lot here is 2.32 acres. It's been surveyed. We've got survey stakes out here on the road, and we've got about 330 feet of frontage. Most of this lot is cleared field. We've got some nice apple trees in here, a lot of deer sign for such a small lot. Electric power and communication lines are roadside. Right here on this 2.32 acre lot, we actually have a filled area. At one time, there was a garage set here, and it'd be the natural place to bring your driveway in and connect up to this and then hook it around to choice building site right there. So this 2.32 acre lot, as you can see, is mostly field. We got an apple tree here, beautiful old apple tree. Another one that's been planted off to my left. They've got it roped off so that the deer don't eat it. Nice little row of trees that separates this lot from the road. And this might be a good place to tuck your house or cabin back in here. You know, you wouldn't have a real long driveway, but you'd still have a little more privacy because of that screen of trees that separates this field from that field. So that's the 2.32 acre lot. We're going to walk in on the next one, which is 27 acres that directly abuts this property. So the 27 acre lot that is directly next to this 2.32 acres, we got 67 feet of frontage out here on the road, and we're going to walk this road in. The owner has built a road in here, probably 500 or 600 feet to get to the majority of the land. So this is not a right-of-way. This is a 67-foot wide strip of land that they own. So there's no, for those of you that don't like right-of-ways, it's not a right-of-way. They own this strip of land, the road's on. And you're going to have plenty of room to bring your utilities over this road to the building site. We're located now at the end of the driveway coming in on the 27 acres. You can probably hardly see it, but there's a corner pin right here. The surveyor's cap is still on it, although it looks like a piece of equipment probably ran into it and broke it a little bit, but it's still set in the ground. So from here, and you'll see it on our map overlay, the land's going to widen out, and this is where the majority of the acreage is. This little strip comes in here 500 or 600 feet. Then the land opens up into a larger piece of land. We're in here about 1,100 feet from Route 143 or Dixmont Road. And the first half of this lot is early successional hardwoods. I'd say the harvest was probably done here 20 years ago, somewhere in there. A lot of popple and maples are coming back now. So this is growing really well. Pretty good habitat for deer, grouse, woodcock, whatnot. So if you wanted to hunt on your property, this is a large enough lot you could do that with. And this part of Maine has a lot of white-tailed deer, and we have seen a ton of sign in here this morning already. We're going to continue on until we show you the boundary line here on the left side of the property as you're going back. And we'll take a look at some of the older growth trees, and the back half probably hasn't been cut in, I'd say, 100 years or longer, if ever. So let's keep on walking. So this is our northern boundary line. We've come on to this blaze, and I know anybody who's watched our channel before hears me talking about blazes. Surveyor's blaze on each side of the tree, and you can see the red line continuing on. This northern boundary is marked like this for a good portion of it. Then the boundary takes a turn, and to be honest, I couldn't find the new line from there. I did find the back corner pin, but couldn't find the line for about a third of the distance to the back. So we're back here about halfway on the back on the northern line, and I come across the surveyor stake and this big piece of pipe. And if you're out here looking, it says Vern Marshman, and Marshman is one of the names in the deed history. So we're here, and this is where that most recent timber harvest ended. From here back is all older growth timber. We're going to go walk out in the middle of that, and we'll show that to you next. We're over here, and we're almost in the center of the back third of the property now, and this is a big hemlock tree. We've got a lot of nice sized trees in here. Got big white birch, some popple. There's some beech in here in places, but less beech than other trees. There's some red maples in here. And then in the understory, we got some balsam fir growing along with some hemlock coming in. But as you can see, as we walk down through this, it's like walking through a park in here. There's the crown closure is nearly 100%, so this forest floor is not getting much sunlight. We're not seeing a whole lot of new growth on the ground because of that. What we are seeing is a ton of deer sign. And like I said earlier, this is just a really good area for deer. There's a lot of farmland in this area. So any patch of woods has got a lot of wildlife. While we're continuing to walk towards the back of the property, let's talk about the elevations. As you can tell, it's relatively gently sloping in here. The elevations run from about 240 to 310 feet above sea level. The soil, as reported by the NRCS soil survey, is it's about 75% T-loss to suncook, and that soil is pretty rocky, pretty stony actually. Smaller stones are prevalent in that soil, and it's drained for anywhere from well drained to poorly drained, depending on the slope it's on. This kind of soil, as you can tell, is growing trees very well. It's great for wildlife. It can be used for pasture land when cleared, but agricultural farming with crops, it's not good for that. It's just too stony to be good for that kind of use. We're over here in the northeast corner of the property, and from all the tax records that we got, and it showed it to be in this area. When we got here, we found PLS 1073. We can probably look that up online, see who the registered surveyor is that set that corner. Pile of stones. We're in a stone wall. There's a couple other old pipes here and an old rotted fence post. So I would say I'm not a surveyor. I know I've told you guys that in the past, but can't certify this as a corner, but it's pretty darn good evidence. And we're going to follow this stone wall over and see if we can find the southeast corner. While we're walking this 18, and the kids that are between the grades of kindergarten and 8th grade go to the Etna Dixmont School, and that's 0.8 of a mile from the end of the road here where we drive into this property. So when your kids reach high school grades at 9 through 12, they're going to go to school at Nokomis High School, and that's over in Newport, and that's 12 miles or about 15 minutes drive from here. Beautiful school, nice facility. Those 8 towns all pooling their money to send their kids to one consolidated school makes a lot of sense. Beautiful facility there. And while we're talking about other points of interest, Sebasticook Lake, 4,228 acres, 15 miles from here to the boat landing, just about where the school is actually. And that lake is 50 feet deep, and it's got some trophy largemouth and smallmouth bass fishing there. Beautiful lake, nice boat landing. Just a couple miles north of us here is Etna Pond, and that again is a largemouth and smallmouth bass lake, white perch. And then Plymouth Pond is, I think, 6 or 7 miles from us here, and again that's another warm water fishery. Right full of bass, pickerel, and perch. I'm over here where the southeast corner should be, and we found a multi-blaze tree on 3 sides. It looks to be the corner, we've got some barbed wire here on the ground on an old rotten fence post. Probably evidence that this land could have been pasture back, probably 100 years ago. And there is a little seasonal creek. I'm guessing it's seasonal. It's running right now, but we're here in March with the snow melt, and we have had a lot of rain. My guess is this will probably dry up in the summer, but probably run spring and fall. Maybe a good water source for the wildlife running through here. But again, we're going to follow up the south line here a ways, cut back over, and we'll head back out to the vehicle and wrap up the video for you. So we're walking down the southern boundary now, and this side is painted yellow. We remember the other side, we had a red blaze line for about 2/3 of the line. This one here is yellow. And we're going to walk back up into this older growth timber again, off the boundary a little bit. Folks, there's a couple other interesting things in the area here in Etna. It's a very small town, so you don't have a lot of things right here close by, but we do have Tourgy's Orchard about 14 miles from here. They have one of the coolest corn mazes there in the fall, and they also have summer camp for farm with the kids. So if you got children, be a really cool spot. Take them for the summer. And we just come across a scrape here from a deer, which doesn't surprise me. And also you'll find in Etna is Mossy Ledge Distillery. Believe it or not, there's a mom and pop distillery here in town, and they brew handmade whiskeys there, and I believe other liquors as well. And they'll give you tours if you stop by while they're open. You know what, folks? I think we're going to wrap up the video out here in this forest because I want to spend a little more time here after we're done looking at these beautiful trees. So we've got the 2.32 acre lot out on the road. The price on that property is $39,900. We got the 27 acre lot here with a good 10 to 12 acres of beautiful timber, and that's at $69,900. You would have to build a little bit more of a driveway to get into this older growth. Probably worth it if you're looking for a place to escape to. The taxes on the small lot are $320 per year, and the larger lot are $620. We've got road front, electricity out there. If you need more information, give me a call. We'll send you a property information packet. You can reach me at 800-286-6164. Looking forward to your call.